Good evening, London. How are you? I'm Adewale Akinoye Agbaje, and I'm really sorry that I couldn't be there with you tonight to enjoy this evening. However, I am there with you in spirit. As a recipient of 2 Screen Nation awards last year, Screen Nations has kindly invited me to pay this special tribute to Alex Haley's vision of Roots. Now, Roots is unquestionably one of the most impactful stories ever told in not only the history of TV, but also literature. It told the truth. It gave our sufferings a validity and also gave us as a black people a sense of cultural identity. It was groundbreaking in every sense of the word, winning 37 Emmy nominations, a Golden Globe, and it spawned the careers of actors whose performances we still enjoy today. Yes, it was written and told by an American, but I'm sure many of you in the audience will distinctly remember the impact that it had on our lives here in Britain. I, for one, remember that growing up in a house full of 11 children, that was the only time when we all sat down and watched something in silence. I'm sure you'll all agree this was a monumental effort, and we'd be really glad if you joined me and Screen Nations in paying this special tribute to Alex Haley's vision of Roots.
Roots was probably the most watched television to that date.
Even as a young child, it instilled in me a sense of the achievement and the things that we had to overcome, but more importantly, it instilled in me a sense of pride.
It was extremely successful and very affecting to audiences of all demographics.
Just the idea of being a part of something that was as sensitive and as important as Roots was amazing.
It was one of those things where you were inspired, where you were angered, where you were sad that you actually lived in a world where people would treat other folks like that.
It was the first time where that many African-American actors were before the camera, bringing so many amazing talents, some lesser known who are superstars today, but our legends, they are working together to tell this story.
To be honest with you, I thought all the other actors got the good roles.
You belongs to Masereno now, that's all there is to it.
I had to play what I thought was the Uncle Tom, the first African-American he met, the man said yes sir and all that guys. But then as an actor, you go and you puff out the 3 dimensions and you realize, ain't no Uncle Tom there. He's a survivor. If it was not for the fiddlers of the world, we would not be here. Because the bottom line is to survive and to get better. So it became the best part, one of the best parts in Roots. For me, I was so proud to play it.
Pardon me, gentlemen.
Chicken George represents the freedom within. He represents that soul that knows nothing of boundaries.
Master made me head trainer today.
That nice.
I'm gonna pit them birds until I can buy myself free.
He represents that desire within us all, that call for freedom and to be free, and then we are free.
I actually met LeVar Burton and just could not see him as Kunta Kinte, you know. And you know, I know that's not good to him because he was well shaven and, you know, actually had a suit on and shoes and everything. But he was just, you know, he was just Kunta Kinte to me.
Kunta Kinte.
A lot of people got interested in who they were after Roots. A lot of people. It started that whole another thrust towards ancestral location.
The effect it had on me was just total mind-blowing revelation.
It's one thing to hear about, then when you see it on the screen on TV.
The scene that really stands out, of course, is the Kunta Kinte scene when he was like, "What's your name? What's your name?"
Kunta Kinte.
It was shocking, kind of some of the stuff, because a lot of the details about slavery, they don't teach you in school. They just kind of gloss over it, especially back then.
It was extraordinary. It was a manifestation of stories and lessons that I learned at home, brought to life by these extraordinary actors, and it was harrowing and inspiring and empowering and saddening and crushing and all of these things at one time. It you know, something that stays with me still. I'm sure everyone.
I think that people are thankful that roots existed. And I think that a lot of history in terms of being able to actually see it and experience it and have a pathos, a connection with it, was very, very important for us.
I wish I could see more of that. In the last 30 years, I would like to have seen more of us being together. I think it's the key to our salvation in this business. But let's see.